If you like this video and you found it helpful, please like and subscribe and follow. Thank you. And here's the video. Okay, what we have going on here today is I have an 89 Jeep Wrangler. Really nice Jeep. Body's in incredible condition, chassis, everything. Come from Arizona. Customer bought it here, local firefighter. Called me up, had me do some work on it. I had to put a carburetor on it, a new coil setup, distributor setup that he wanted. Wanted to upgrade the carburetor. So took the vehicle, drove it for about a week or so, ran wonderful. Called me up one morning, said it just shut right off. Like someone just shut the key off. So I said, okay, well, once you get it towed in, we'll see what's going on with it. Well, half hour passed by while it was waiting for the tow truck. He went out, tried it, it started again. So, okay, he drove it to me, came in, we were talking about it, what took place. It died while it was here. So while it was here, I started to check things. So I ended up checking spark, checking fuel. I had no spark. So I said, okay, well, let me change the module in the bottom of the distributor. See if that, because that's a very common failure point. So I changed it, made no difference. I took the coil because I was having no spark whatsoever. So I said, well, maybe the coil died. So I went out, bought a conventional regular coil, wired it up with jumpers, tried it, no difference. I don't like cutting wires, so I don't cut wires. So I said, okay, well, let me do some more research, and found out that this is the ignition control module, which is mounted down here on the inner fender well on the under the overflow jug. So I got to it, I started to check things. On the ignition to the coil, you should have a 12-volt feed, and then on the ground side, it pulses voltage to net zero, voltage to zero. So what was happening is it's supposed to go 12 volts to zero, 12 volts to zero to create the spark, the ground. So what was happening, I wasn't getting that. I was getting 12 to 10, 12 to 10. So I checked here at the module, and someone had cut the wires and wired it through just these two wires, which according to the instructions for that new style coil pack, that's what you're supposed to do. So, well, come to find out, after I did everything, I found that it was, the module was bad. So I wired up a new one, but I didn't cut the wires like this yet because I don't like to do that, just to confirm everything is proper. So what I ended up doing was I took the module and I used pigtails from my kits, my electrical kits that I have, Snap-on and OTC, and I just made a bunch of jumpers without having to cut anything. Yeah, it looks like a big bird's nest, wired up mess. But in the end result is the Jeep now starts, and it does run. And I will show you. So now it does run. I found the problem, so now I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna unpin them, and I'm gonna make connectors for them to plug them in, where if he ever decides to put it back to stock, he can just unplug them, put it back in the connector, plug the factory connector back in. So there you have it. On this 89 Jeep, because it wouldn't start, I had air, I had fuel, I had no spark. So I started to test it, found bad ignition module. So after this, I'll finish it. Customer wants me to put a new fuel pump. I'm gonna put a new mechanical fuel pump in it, and I'm gonna change the fuel filter. Thank you, and once again, have a great day from Nitro's Auto Repair.